good morning and welcome to another episode of Morning Market Call. I'm your host, Joel Toby, and with me I have Julie Edgin.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us, Julie.
Thanks.
All right, so you're a second year MBA, fellow colleague of mine, and we're going to talk about something really close to our hearts. That is, why did you specifically, why did you choose to do an MBA? And then, maybe then why BYU?
Yeah, well, I think we all have our own reasons of why we chose to come get an MBA. For me, I had been working with a lot of businesses. I worked for Franklin Covey before coming back to school and had a lot of opportunities just to do trainings, work with people who did trainings for companies. And I just thought, I really want to learn how to do that myself and learn how to train and develop leaders myself. And that's why, one, I chose OBHR, but then two, I realized, and after kind of looking around at other schools, that BYU has a really great OBHR program. It's one of the best in the nation. So.
Okay. Were there other things about BYU that stood out to you besides the great OBHR program?
Yeah, one of the great things is, I did my undergrad here, and so I knew kind of what I was getting myself into as far as the culture. Obviously the money that that it takes to afford an MBA is so much, it's just pennies in comparison to other schools. But just kind of I like the whole enter to learn, go forth to serve, the gospel aspect of an education. So yeah, I think all of that, and just opportunity to meet the great people that I knew I would meet. So
yeah, I would agree full-hearted, with that. The whole mission, it just helps bring everything together in a whole perspective of a unified person going out not just as a business person, but as a real person into the world, making a difference.
Absolutely.
Whether that's in the business, whether that's with your family or your community, and BYU encourages that and fosters that. So, what is maybe the greatest thing that you can think of when you think of the BYU MBA program?
Well, I remember when Dr. Merrill, when we had our orientation together, one of the things that he said that we would take away is the network of people that we would come in contact with and just those relationships. And I think that's something I have valued so much, is just getting to know my classmates. There's a lot of new students of first years. I still have to get to know a lot of them, but just that opportunity to mingle with those people who also have similar feelings of, not just wanting to go out and become very successful, but to contribute and to give back, and to that kind of that holistic approach with the gospel insights. So I really think the greatest thing I've taken or will take away from this MBA experience is just the great network of friends and colleagues. So
cool.
Yeah.
I remember last year working with you in the student life organization, and we're helping organize activities and things. I remember thinking about you and just how you were able to get things done. I was really impressed, and that doesn't surprise me. That now as a second year, you're the executive vice president of student life, and because that helps enrich the MBA experience. So on that topic, though, what are some things that maybe we need to look out for? What are some activities, some things that we should be looking forward to as we wrap up this year? Yeah,
well. So a couple of the things that we're planning to do is to do a tubing activity at Soldier Hollow, if we can get some snow.
I know.
I don't even know if it's open actually right now, but
I already heard of another organized snow event that was canceled.
Really? Yeah. So I'm going to cross my fingers. So doing that, we also want to do. We'll have a variety show, kind of like a talent show. Hopefully you'll participate again.
Oh, my wife and I are preparing for it. So.
Perfect. It'll be good. The closing social, and then one of the big things that we do have coming up is student elections. So for all of you first years out there, definitely want to consider running for student body positions. It's a really great opportunity just to get involved. It does build a resume, but it's just, I think the most valuable thing is just to get involved with people and with the faculty. It's been a great experience. I love it. So.
Well, great. Well, Julie, thank you for spending your time with us today and sharing with us your passion for the program. This wraps up another great episode of Morning Market Call. Don't forget to visit us at www.morningmarketcall.org, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks.
MMC is brought to you by the Marriott School of Management in association with the Brigham Young University Department of Communications. MMC is made possible by a generous donation from Larry Tasjan and Gary Williams, and is produced by Rhett Weller, Todd Castagna, Mason Chen, Joel Tovey, and Sabrina Beck, with line producing by Kika Latu. For more information, find us on our Facebook and Twitter or at morningmarketcall.org.